Hello, today we're going to can venison using a recipe that my mother taught me and her grandmother taught her. What you need to get started with, of course, is some venison. We were fortunate enough to get 3 deer this year. I cut the back straps out and froze them. We just got them out today and we diced them up. Cleaning any of the grizzle or membrane off of it. I like to do small cubes. I have done larger cubes before, but that's what I've got today to work with, just easier chunks to eat and to pack into the containers. To go along with that, you need a canner. I've got a large canner here, holds 7-quart jars. We got 7-quart jars, wide mouth. Prefer to use the wide mouth jars. Easier to get the meat into the jars, easier to get the meat out of the jars when it's time to actually consume it. The lids, you got the ball lids that go on that have got the rubber seal around them. I've cleaned the jars, cleaned the lids. Need something to pack the meat in the jars with. And we also, I've cut up some fresh onion to put in the jars. I use Montreal chicken seasoning with it. Just like the flavor of it, you can use Montreal steak or garlic, whatever you want to put in there. I usually put about a tablespoon of this in just for flavor. And one of the secrets to doing the venison is bay leaves. I put a couple of bay leaves in each jar. This helps reduce the game taste that some people, either do or do not like. So I've got that. So that's all we need. You can put salt in it as well if you want. I just because of cholesterol and other issues, I don't put any salt and I don't put any fat in. My mother and grandfather used to put pork suet or beef suet into the jar just to give it a little bit of flavor and a little bit of more grease, just so it just tastes a little bit more like beef or pork. I'm going to start filling the jars, and I just take a jar, grab a handful to get started. I just get a little bit in there, and I grab a couple of slices of onion, throw in there just to taste. Okay, I grab the Montreal chicken seasoning. I put about a tablespoon or so in there. And then I got my bay leaves. I usually put 2 bay leaves in each one. Okay, so I got that in there. We don't put any water in. There's no need to. There's enough moisture in the beef or the venison, and it will also get some water from the canning process into the jar. I'm hoping today to have enough here for 7 jars. I had 3 sets of back straps that I was able to use for this process today. Alright, it's nice to have the smaller pieces because they compact in there better. Now you don't want to fill it all the way. I usually get it right up to the neck, and that seems to be sufficient. Nice lean meat, no grizzle, anything on there. Okay, throw a couple more pieces on top there. Alright, so now that jar is ready. Now, to prep it for getting into the canner, just take one of the lids, just got one there, put that on. And then I just snug it. Don't over tighten it. You don't want to make a bomb. You just want it snug. I'll explain how we do tighten them later when we get to that point after we pull them out of the canner. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these jars, and then I'll show you how to set up the actual canner and the rest of the process. Thanks.